Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome aboard, and welcome to Carrick-on-Shannon. Thank God we've a great day to showcase Carrick-on-Shannon, the River Shannon, Frank Whitney's fabulous farm, Port Sham Castle on the banks of the Shannon, a castle dating back to the 12th century, and Frank will tell us more about it. And the idea of this project is to find links between artists and farmers and explore that, I suppose, the synergy between artists and farmers and the commonalities. So we have Christine Mackey here today, who is an artist and who's going to work with us on some of that. So I'm going to give you an introduction now to Christine.
Because I'm from County Kenny and I come from a farming background, so being around land and nature is very close to my upbringing, really, and also it reflects back into my work as an artist. I collected some soil samples, so I'm really interested in merging kind of science and art. So I did a print of John's and Frank's farm. So this is so basically it's a process called chromatography, and it was developed in the 1950s for farmers who were very poor in South Africa, and it was used to monitor or to kind of work out the health of the soil and what needed to be put back into the soil, because through the colours and the patterns, the shape and the form, they were able to read different levels of nutrients and minerals in that soil. So for me, what I love about it is that artists are very good at revealing sort of hidden landscapes and what's beneath our feet, and the fact that there's this amazing world, this geological world that's under our feet that we never really kind of think about, because it takes hundreds and hundreds of years for soil to form, depending on what landscape you're in terms of the bedrock, etc. Maybe it might inspire us all to rethink when and what we cultivate in the future, and bring back those really complex levels of biodiversity. And yeah, that's kind of it.
Yeah, well, I was just explaining that we have a shorthorn suckler herd here. It's a pedigree herd, and I suppose shorthorns will be renowned as a traditional breed and also a sustainable breed. So I gave them a rundown on I suppose the numbers of stock on farm, the types of prices they'd fetch on the market, and the future plans regarding what environmental programs the farm is in.
Sit you down, loyal comrades, sit you down for a while, till I spent my last hours around Erin's green isles. Come fill up your glasses and we'll drink hand to hand. For tomorrow I am leaving the shores of Lochbran. There's me father and me mother, you can now hear them cry. And the tears so bewailing, it would moisten your eye. But I will assist them, please God, if I can. Far away from lovely Erin and the shores of Lochbran.
The building that's there now, you can see it, the granary was built in the late 1700s to accommodate the coach road. So the old Leitrim village to Carrick-on-Shannon road ran where everyone is parked now. The plans then that you're looking at over the next number of years. The granary building will be 2 self-catering units, a cafe in the middle, and then a 3-storey self-catering unit.
I am Brian Tracer with Waterways Ireland, so I cover an area from Lough Allen down to Limerick. Waterways Ireland is one of the cross-border organisations that was developed on the back of the Good Friday Agreement. Our aim, I suppose, principally is the inland navigations of Ireland. We manage, maintain and develop 8 navigations across the island of Ireland. As a government agency, Waterways Ireland works hand in glove with local landowners and developers. The likes of Frank's development here, it's a really iconic development and it's coming along brilliantly. It's going to be really, it'll tie in with the Blueway, which I'll talk about in a second now, which is going to really transform this whole area.
I've kind of made the decision that up until now the farm has been, a private farm. I've made the decision, to I suppose make the farm viable into the long term. I'm going to be opening up this piece of the farm effectively. It's a big decision, but the benefits I think are going to far outweigh the cons. So effectively there'll be thousands of people streaming through here. They'll have the opportunity to go down and have a coffee in the coffee shop, but they'll also get to come off the river, because the Blueway is going to hug the river bank, like where we took the boat out earlier. It's going to be along that waterway all the way, so there's an opportunity then to come into an actual working farm, see it and leave. And I do quite a bit of hiking on my time off, and I know what it's like, and the people that hike tend to be respectful to the environment, respectful to the countryside. There's some cattle out here. This bull here in the distance with the white socks, that bull is a Reserve All-Ireland champion. He was April born last year. There's another heifer calf out there, she's got white socks as well. Her sister is the bronze European champion that was judged just this year.
There's a pretty spot in Ireland I'll always claim for my land, where the fairies and the blarney will never, never die. It's the land of my shillelagh, and my heart goes back there daily to the girls I left behind me, where we kissed and said goodbye.
Most of the bits to do with the farming were interesting and forward-thinking. In terms of farm management and wildlife management, I think I've got a lot out of today. And I think I've got a lot out of looking around the orchard as well, which interests me greatly.
I wanted to make a link between John and Frank and myself in terms of connecting sort of material processes and look at some of the ideas that I've been working on over the years in terms of seeds and loss of biodiversity. And I began with the soil, so I took a soil sample from both farms, and then I made a sort of analogue photographic print of each farm through a process called chromatography, which is a scientific process to measure the health of a soil. And so you can see that through the colours and patterns and spikes as the photograph is developed through a kind of circular kind of capillary action with the soil material. And then because of Frank's orchard, I revisited some work that I previously looked at through the apples and the Irish orchard and the different variety of species that were once grown in Ireland. So I put together some images and prints and texts and hung them up at Frank's farm just to give people an idea how strong the visual can be in terms of trying to think about what was lost or what could be gained again if we sort of rethought about what we plant. And so it's been great, and the feedback has been really interesting, and people have really liked the chromatography and the soil prints, and then the orchard and the apples. So yeah, it's been very good.
Well, first and foremost, it's lovely to meet our colleagues from Fermanagh. That's, to broaden the social entity. Farming, I suppose the community is what it's all about. It's creating the community. that we're working together, we're sharing interests, sharing problems, able to have the one canvas for everybody, yet there's different pictures coming from that. So we're able to collaborate, and we're looking forward to our trip down to Fermanagh on the next leg of this, and I think it's a great development to be doing, and the Leitrim Agriculture Sustainable Group are a fabulous group to promote what's going on in Leitrim and Fermanagh.
I have been, I love my own the best. And if ever I return again, the first place I will go, it will be to lovely Leitrim, where the Shannon waters flow. Thanks very much.